You don't have to.
As to the workforce shortage, I would like to offer great support for that. My son is in a group home in White Bear, part of Northeast Residence, and in that organization, 25 group homes plus 3 or 4 additional programs, they are short 60 staff. It is a crisis right now. We, as parents, are helping out in more ways than
should. Then you should
to elaborate.
Yes.
Right now. So, and I also want to say to both of you, thank you for your support. I know you are bringing forth a bill for the ICF-MR.
I have a hearing on Monday.
Yes,
what up?
Yes.
So
We
excited.
made deadline.
Whoa.
Which I will be there for. I also applaud you, Senator, for your support at the HHS House and HHS
House reform or Senate reform.
Reform and Finance Committee of HHS. For your commentary there, I appreciated it very much. I'm part of MINFAC and on the board of Northeast. So.
Let me tell you, if I can just address that for a second. She is not kidding. We are in a crazy crisis period where we have simply not taken responsibility for those that are in need. And I'm not talking like, oh, we've cut some funds and that kind of stuff. This has been a 18-year systemic problem since I've been around watching this, back when I worked in the industry. What we've done is we put these places that are across the state in literally crisis staffing mode. So they're just barely covering the law. And I don't know how, what I said to them, and I'll say what I said in the committee, I said, at some point, we either have to accept that this is a priority and we're going to care for these people that have disabilities, or we have to stop lying to them and tell them we're not. But we can't continue to kick the can down the road, act like we care when our actions speak louder than our words, and our actions are pretty clear right now about what we think our responsibility is. And I don't know, I know it's going to be difficult, but the reality is that, in my opinion, we're judged by how we help those who have the least to give us. And that group is a group of people that just need support to live a normal life, and they have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness like everybody else, and we are absolutely failing that. 2 years ago when they brought the budget, Republicans brought the GOP budget in the House or in the Senate, they went through all the cuts that they were going to make to HHS. The commissioner got up and explained all the cuts and what this would actually do to all the services we provide, and I looked at the chairs and I said, I need to know one thing. Either you don't believe her and you think she's lying, or you don't care and I want to know which one it is, because your budget is irresponsible. And that's the reality we're in right now. Now, let me be clear. I get it. It's against the backdrop of a limited amount of money, but it's about how we prioritize that money and who's getting that money and how well we spend it, and are we spending it efficiently in the places we can, and are we prioritizing the things we should based on who needs it the most versus who has the most money to lobby for it. Because there isn't a big disability's not out there pounding my door every day, right? But I tell you, the banks see me quite a bit. Right? And that kind of stuff. And so I encourage the self-advocacy. That's the only way this is going to change. I'm very fired up about this because it really frustrates me how obtuse the legislature seems to be about what this reality is.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I want to tie that kind of to a bigger issue when we talk about, because it is an expensive piece of the budget, and everything that Senator Isaacson just said is true. But what I want to point out is that taxes are also spending. So if a cut to some other group means there's less money for us to pay for programs like the respite program, like our group homes, all those things. So it's all interconnected. And I think sometimes, we talk about, so if you cut a whole bunch of taxes, well, now there's less ability to take care of people. And so, and that was one reason despite the fact that it's a lot more work, one of the reasons I really wanted to be on the House Tax Committee is that by law, tax bills have to originate in the House. And so there's a lot of important work that happens there. And so when I sit in that committee and we hear about different tax cuts for different industry or, different income levels, I'm also thinking about in the larger scheme is who benefits from each thing that we do. And the corollary to that is how much less money are we then going to have to take care of all these other things? So I just wanted to take that opportunity to put that out there as we think about where our values are and how our budget matches our values.